What is up? What is up? What is up? We are together. If you don't already know, let us know if you can hear us, if you can see us.
Please let us know if it sounds okay.
We were a little bit of a time crunch here, delayed trains and a lot of traffic in the city. So we kind of rushed this up. So
this was a pretty crazy day so far. It's a pretty crazy morning.
So we can hear you. We look good.
I traveled an hour and a half to be here because we want to be together and want you boys to see, what the studio could look like.
All love.
Badaki's puppy, which is very cute, has been trying to bite all of our equipment and ruin it. All the one light we have, the one camera we have.
It wasn't good. She messed up the blue lighting too. Man.
She's messed up the LED light, but we're here anyway. Thanks everybody for joining. This is what the studio looks like right now, but we're gonna continue to try and improve it as the off season goes on.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone who's supporting us on Patreon. You guys are the reason that's a possibility. Big shout out. Yesterday we had Luke Rogers and we had Daniel Ilioy sign up to our Patreon. So that means a lot to us. Really appreciate that. If you did not catch the last live stream, we have officially announced that we are opening follower leagues for Redraft and Dynasty. So if you want to join those, the link is actually pinned from Fantasyland Football. You can see that link. It's a Patreon one. But let's see everyone in the chat. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Tommy. Shout out to Harry. What's up, Kieran? Still Life Studios. Daniel says it setup looks good. Sick. Kieran says Big Ben jersey needs to be in the background. All right, let's go ahead and get this mock draft started. So it's a PPR redraft mock draft, right?
Correct.
I don't know if you can make it bigger.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing. But basically, what's going to happen is when we do these mock drafts, you can join us, right? In the description, there's a link. It's the solo.to link, and that will take you to our Discord. Just join our Discord. You'll get all the notifications. But when we first started doing this, we would be begging people like, hey, please come mock with us. Like,
please.
We just want to fill it up,
Yeah.
And now we send a message, and it's filled within 30 seconds, which is amazing. You guys are awesome. Anyway, if you want to join them, join the Discord, DM us. I see D Page. Is that Daniel Page? Is that my boy Daniel? I think we have some new people here. I don't remember DSH unless people have changed their usernames. I don't remember D Page. That might be my boy.
Yep, I did.
So we might have some new people. Shout out to you guys. And Eddie said, y'all together, Badaki get vaccine? No, he's not got COVID.
I didn't get the vaccine, but I did get a COVID test, and that came back negative, which is good. So
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We take the studio very seriously, the precautions that we take.
100%. If I didn't get a COVID test, you wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, well, I also got swabbed before I got in. Our admin team swabbed me up and instant results. I don't have COVID.
Exactly.
This is a freaking bants. All right. Drop a like if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. So Badaki and I, we decided to do one team in this mock draft together. It's going to be interesting because we have very different thoughts on players.
Correct.
But the reason we did that is because we wanted more of you to be able to mock with us, so we didn't want to take up 2 spots anymore. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and randomize this bad boy 3 times. Okay. So that's just so it's actually random. 1, 2, 3. So Badaki, we are at the 1.4.
Oh, that's pretty decent. Redrafts.
Yeah.
There's no hesitation. Oh.
Let's go ahead and begin this draft. CMC goes off the board first. Thanks everybody for joining, by the way. It means a lot. Appreciate you guys. This community on YouTube is growing pretty consistently. It's been pretty awesome to see.
Something special is brewing.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Uh-huh. All right, so we're on the clock here, but I'm going to let you make the first pick.
Oh, my goodness.
We're going to alternate picks, and it'll be interesting to see who you choose here.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's Alvin Kamara.
Okay, so we grab Alvin here. Derrick Henry goes before Alvin Kamara. Is that something that you would do personally?
Look, it's interesting. I see a lot of people doing that. I see the Twitterverse saying that they will take Henry in the top 5, which I personally don't. Look, I'm interested in it at this very moment. I need to be sold on it. That's probably the best way to put it.
Why are you not sold on Derrick Henry after last year, though?
I am sold on him. I'm just not sold on in the top 5, top 3 specifically. You know, if it was Alvin Kamara and then Derrick Henry and Saquon, I could be leaning towards Derrick Henry, like non-biased. So I guess that's probably the best way to put it.
Okay. I feel like I'm definitely leaning Kamara, but I don't think Henry is the wrong choice either. Especially like this year, he's still going to be a very focal point of this offense.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Let us. Can you guys see us pretty well here at the bottom right? Probably. Harry says, "Let's go. I can snipe you guys." Oh my God, we just get sniped all the time now, which is cool.
100%.
That everyone's listening to the pod. I love it. Is 2,000 rushing yards not enough, Badaki? Harry wants to know. What will make you entertained?
It is enough. It is enough.
How can we entertain you?
Like I said, in redraft is great. I think it's a good opportunity. I think it's one of those gut minute, last second decisions, in my opinion. You know, it's like, okay, do I take Derrick or do I go with my heart and go with Saquon and his pass catching ability? You know, I think of those. You know, you get the attempts and the opportunity with Derrick, or you get the opportunity, quote unquote opportunity, and the pass catching ability in Saquon Barkley. So it just really depends on what you prefer.
Shout out to Virginia. That's my sister. She's on the live stream. Appreciate you.
Hello,
Josh
sister.
A. What's up, my G? I'm pretty sure you're mocking with us. All right, so Tommy, was that Tommy? Who was that? Tommy said, I'm going to love his pick. Okay, yeah, so he went Gibson, Mixon. Let's quickly recap the first round. We've just been talking nonsense this entire time. McCaffrey, Cook, Henry, Kamara. I think those are the top 4. They can go whichever way you want them to. Barkley, Chubb, Zeke, Jonathan Taylor, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Austin Eckler, Gibson, Mixon, Jones. Personally, I'm not taking Devontae Adams in the first round. I'm under the belief that he's not going to be back. So I'm not wanting to touch him in the first round. I want a guy I know that I'm going to be able to rely on. There's no drama on his team. Tyreek will probably be the first wide receiver I draft. I don't know. Do you feel the same way?
I do feel this. Excuse me. I do feel the same way. I still have belief that Aaron Rodgers is going to be back. I guess that's the best way to say it. I believe he's going to be back.
Just so everyone knows who's mocking with us, or if you're watching, we will give out draft grades at the very end. So I know people ask, what do you think of this pick? Oh, don't worry. We're actually going to break down and analyze every team, tell you what we would have done differently. Sometimes we're idiots, so it might not be the right thing, but we're going to let you know. Garrett said, do you think I should have grabbed wide receiver there or stuck with John T? Who the hell is John T?
Jonathan Taylor?
Oh, sorry. I've never heard someone call him John T. Normally it's JT or Jonathan Taylor. No, I like Jonathan Taylor there. I would have taken Jonathan Taylor over Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. Now, if you watch the latest YouTube release, Badaki sees this very differently.
Very differently.
And I don't agree, but that's
I would have went Gibson over Taylor, in my opinion. Yeah. Cam Akers over Taylor. Those are the 2 guys I would take over Jonathan Taylor at this very moment.
Yeah, and personally, Jonathan Taylor is my RB8, so I definitely would have taken him there. For whatever reason, Badaki just doesn't see the value of Jonathan
According
Taylor.
to my rankings, I should be taking Swifty, JK, which I will be taking JK over Taylor.
Okay.
Swift, he's one position underneath. Oh, and Clyde goes there. Obviously, this is your turn.
Yep, this is my turn. I get to make the decisions now.
Remember, we come back on the turn here pretty soon.
The power's in my hands.
I feel like I know what you're going to do, in my opinion. Because I don't know.
You actually don't know what I'm going to do.
I actually don't know.
I'm worried that if I don't do what I want to do, you're not going to do what I want to do next. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think I know who you would want me to take. I think it's fair, funny. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's going to make it or 1-2 is going to make it. I wouldn't take number 3. I don't know.
I'm just gonna go with my gut here.
Cryptic.
And that's Darren Waller. I know it's over George Kittle, But personally, I don't feel like the Raiders have added.
That's what you wanted me to do.
I wanted you to do that on the turn, but I don't think you would have.
I mean, I would have known that you wanted him, but I don't think he would have been there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think George and Waller would have went.
So is it crazy for me because I have Kittle ranked higher than I have Waller ranked higher than Kittle, and that's purely because I know who the quarterback's going to be. I know that there's not any targets share I need to be worried about. Mm-hmm. Is it crazy to say that, or am I okay?
No, Waller is essentially, the wide receiver one in that offense. I do agree.
Yeah.
George Kittle, I think he's on the better offense. Mm-hmm. So I think that it's split, really. Who you prefer. So
that's one of those gut things, right? I mean, we said this on our last podcast, but we have been struggling to find our necessary niche, I guess.
Yeah.
Within the fantasy community.
Correct.
Because a lot of companies we're not really a company. I started this company.
I mean,
a lot of companies
LLC.
a lot of companies are strictly analytically based. Like, what do the analytics say? Analytics, robots, algorithms. And that's not really what we're about. Like, we are more like, hey, if I said this, I'll tell you what, if I draft a team and all I do is trust like an algorithm or a robot this year and I win the championship, I don't care.
Right.
Because I didn't win the championship. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't. I let a robot draft for me. So all that being said, we came up with a mantra, and the mantra is we use
We're on the clock here.
Okay,
yeah.
Now you have to make a choice.
Well, that makes
I'll tell people the mantra as you're going to decide.
Our
mantra is basically we use our rankings as a guide, but when it's a split decision, we follow our hearts. So if there's a guy we feel better about, if we have a gut decision, then we're going to play with our gut a little bit, but trust the analytics as well. Daniel says Waller has guaranteed more targets and isn't hurt as much. Bro really got CMC, Ridley, and AJ. Yeah,
he got to you.
Yeah, it's hard not to start great when you get CMC and then those two picks on the turn.
Okay, look, I'm gonna run you down really here. Run you down. That's weird. Run it down.
That's sus.
So, running backs, I think we're gonna have a lot of depth there later on. Wide receivers, extremely great depth. We got our tight end. I might go quarterback here and go Patty. Running you down, pause. Yeah, I'm going Patty.
Oh no.
There's no other running back I'm excited. I could have gone Monty, but I think some of these other guys we can get later.
I know, but I mean, I don't want to take a quarterback that early.
I don't want to take Julio right now. I mean, Alvin. Allen Robinson.
We had Keenan on the board, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with Patty.
Well, this is why
you don't go tight end in the second round.
I couldn't trust you. I couldn't trust you to get a tight end here. But Kittle was on the board, so this is a massive mistake from us. Okay, so far we know that us drafting together would not be a good situation.
I mean, look at our team though. I mean, we don't have to worry about our quarterback. We don't have to worry about our tight end. We got probably one of the best PPR running backs in the game. There's no doubt about it. Come on, look at this.
All right. I mean,
change the atmosphere here.
I just didn't want to take Patty that early, bro. I would have rather waited on. There's so many quarterbacks that are good this year. Yeah, run you down. Pause.
Yeah, honestly,
that was highly questionable.
I actually have a problem, and I'm sorry.
Hey, just while we're doing this, if you're watching this and you haven't dropped a like, drop a like. That would mean a lot to us. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. There's a link in the chat that's pinned. That's to our Patreon. If you want to join a league with us this year, whether it's Redraft or Dynasty, go to that link. It's pretty simple to sign up. And when it comes to Dynasty specifically, that's going to be limited to a certain amount of people. So don't miss out on that. Yeah. All right, so Keenan Allen goes off the board next. Then Michael Thomas, Allen Robinson. All guys I would have loved to add on my team.
You could I mean, look at us now though. I'm looking at the wide receiver depth and I'm okay with it.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard not life for us.
Yeah, I can see. a little bit better. I can't get like the comments like Matt like big.
You literally have them right in front of your face.
I know, but like I want to like see the whole draft board, but then I also want to like see the video at the same time. It's weird.
Man of many desires.
I just want the best. I wish I had 3 screens right now so I can, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. PC problems.
No, that is first world problems.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
I wish I had 3 screens instead of 2, you know? Like, damn, my life would be so much easier.
I just wish I had a screen.
Okay, so Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery. I want to talk about Josh Jacobs quickly.
Okay.
I just feel like what you should do is take advantage of people's worries with Josh Jacobs, in my opinion. Like, they signed Kenyon Drake, and now his ADP. Last year, this was a guy who was going in the first round.
Okay.
Josh Jacobs was going in the first round. And he finished as the RB8. And now we're like, wait, hold on. Kenyon Drake's coming in? I don't want this guy. I view this more as like the John Gruden wanting to be the Browns. I don't think you're going to have to worry about Josh Jacobs' touches. I'm definitely going to be targeting him early 4th round. I mean, he went late 3rd here, but I'm just want people not to be worried about him personally. I'm not worried about him in a redraft league. I actually have him in a dynasty league as well. He's super young.
You do have him in dynasty.
Is he 24? I mean, he's just a young guy. I mean, even if you ask John Gruden, what do you think about Josh Jacobs? He's like, well, he's an MVP caliber running back. So we'll give him more touches then.
Yeah.
But don't be worried about drafting Josh Jacobs, in my opinion. Montgomery goes after him. Then we got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, the 2 teammates. We got a massive run of wide receivers.
Yeah. Kind of went right there.
Lockett, Julio, McLaurin, Cooper.
Sanders goes off the board here.
Yep.
I'm hoping for one of these guys that I like to come. Or technically, it's your turn to pick.
Yeah, it is my turn to pick. I'm gonna make the right decision for us.
I don't like
the pressure.
Already. I don't like the pick already.
With the pressure, I feel like KD right now in Brooklyn.
Oh my gosh!
I've got to carry the team on my back.
Did you see how? Isn't there a game on right now?
There actually is probably a game on right now. Hey,
bro,
by the way,
Brooklyn though. Something special.
If you had to be one NBA player, who do you think you would be?
Oh, it's Kobe. R.I.P.
Shouldn't have gotten the helicopter, bro. R.I.P. Okay, let's see. Okay, so CeeDee Lamb goes off the board, and I have officially fallen into a slight depression. Now I look at the running backs that are available, and I think I have to make a business decision for us as a team. Is it what I want to do? No, it's not what I want to do. But again, I feel like I have to make a business decision here.
Okay. Good decisions.
And just grab a guy that's already gone off the board. His name's Chris Carson. So, damn it.
I thought Chris Carson was going to come back to us. Look, in my opinion.
This is why you don't take a quarterback so early.
Well, look. I mean.
We're screwed,
I still
bro.
think
This
there's
is
a lot of talent
knock
there on
from
the
us.
board here. I see 1. I see 2.
You know what? I'm going to let you make this pick then.
Wait, what?
Quick.
No, you make the pick. It's your turn. I want to pick on the next time.
Okay, damn it. Well, we have 10 seconds left, and I hate that I'm doing this, but I'm going to go Kareem Hunt.
Oh, gosh, that's terrible.
I would rather have him than, ETN this year, wouldn't you? Would you rather have ETN this year?
I would. Gotta be Lamar. Badaki gives embodied vibes. No, I don't. It's messed up.
Embiid vibes.
Embiid. I know the big tall.
This guy doesn't know anything about
I
basketball.
don't know anything about basketball. All I know is that the Brooklyn Nets are going to go to the NBA Finals. They're going to play the. I was going to say the Atlanta Hawks.
Well,
they're going to play the Phoenix
the
Suns.
whole NBA world is flipped upside down right now because
I'm watching the game. Atlanta is up or down actually.
Well, the whole NBA world is turned upside down right now. Do I know why? Chris
Because
Paul got COVID.
It's confirmed COVID.
He got COVID.
But how?
Kawhi apparently has an ACL injury, which is a massive, another massive
ankle?
Player.
I saw that.
Mike Conley is still out. Obviously, all the issues with the Brooklyn Nets. Like, the NBA is in shambles now.
What happened with the Brooklyn Nets?
Well, obviously, it was clear that Harden wasn't really healthy. Like, he was just out there. So, KD's got to put the team on his back. I will say, this is my least favorite mock I've done so far as our team.
in the
we
reason
reached
why that is
everywhere. Like the wallet pick was a reach because I didn't trust you, so I started us off.
and
on
then
the wrong foot.
and then I reached because I was
You
like,
reached.
because you started us.
We
off
should have
wrong.
gotten Allen there. We
And
should have had Keenan.
If we really think about it, you know, you put us in this position by not trusting me. You have to trust me.
I know. I did it to us.
It's a mental thing.
Hey,
obviously.
19 people watching. Shout out to you. Means a lot. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Subscribe if you like the content. If you vibe with your boys. We'd be doing mock drafts all the time. And you can actually join these mock drafts if you'd like. Through our Discord.
Yo, if you guys want to watch some good Call of Duty streaming, Luke Rogers here in the chat. Go subscribe to his Twitch channel, maybe his YouTube channel. Follow him on TikTok. His first stream is June 21st, 9 p.m.
Yep.
Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Honestly, no one who's from America is gonna know how to translate that.
I have no idea what. I think if it's in America, it's probably like at 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
So check that out. Luke Rogers, Get Rogered Gaming on all platforms here. It's all love.
Yeah. And we might actually start streaming on Twitch pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Are we talking about that?
Let's just say that, and then we'll wait.
Why do you have
else.
Why do you have all these things people starred?
I don't know. I think that was from like years ago, and they just never stopped being starred. See, like Josh Allen just went in the 5th, bro.
Oh, me too.
Like, what are we doing? Take Patrick Mahomes
we got
in the
Patrick
3rd.
Mahomes.
I don't care. I would have much rather had Kyler Murray this late, Lamar Jackson this late.
Murray shit. Sorry.
That's disrespectful.
I mean, I look at wide receivers here, and I see Roberto Woods. I see Kenny G.
I think you gotta go with.
I mean, in my opinion, I want to say Kenny G.
Please.
You like Kenny G, bro?
I like Kenny G.
You'd be happy with that?
I will be happy with that.
Okay, say less.
Awesome. So let's talk about Kenny G. Thank God. Finally. Thank you.
Football junkies.
Here's a deal with Kenny G. Like,
good thing we're not Australian, Eddie. Anyways.
What do you say?
He was like, I didn't know Australians were football junkies. Like
yeah, we're not actually Australian. We're just Americans trapped in Australia.
Essentially.
Yeah, so he's got a fiance. She's Australian. I've got a wife. She's Australian. And they roped us in, bro. They roped us in. And now here we are.
Rope a dope.
I don't know what that means. But, hey, maybe long term we could move back to America. You never know. You know what'd be sick is like if we did like I don't know. We were like, hey, come meet us in LA this weekend. We're going to do massive mocks with the community or like drafts with everyone. I don't know. It's obviously a bad idea. But do you know what I mean? Like, isn't it valid to like look at all these quarterbacks that are talented going off the board here? Wouldn't you have rather had Keenan Allen and then had Kyler Murray?
Still Life Studios. Who's that?
I don't
Sorry.
know.
Yes, look, you're right, by the way. So, like, yeah, I would have taken Josh Allen and probably gotten like us. Well, if you look at the board, if where we would have taken Mahomes, we could have taken Josh Jacobs, Monty, Sanders, Carson. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Even Keenan, bro. If we could have had Keenan on this team and then grabbed Kyler, and so it would have been, instead of Mahomes and Galladay, it would have been Keenan and Kyler. Or if you wanted to grab
I wouldn't have taken Kyler if that was my
still
pick.
Like it's a better team. Like
I still think we're strong.
I
think you screwed us over with the hump pick.
Yeah.
We're taking Etienne.
Hey, so it is Daniel. That's my guy. Shout out to Daniel Page. I grew up with Daniel Page. We actually were like some of the first people to do fantasy together.
Oh, really?
So love you, bro.
What's up, brother? What's happening?
All love.
14 people.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, we're not Australian. Obviously, we don't have Australian accents.
Maybe we do. When I talk to my family, they say, "Oh,
Do we sound Australian?
you sound a little bit Australian." I was like, "What?"
I feel like even when I try and do an Australian accent now, it just sounds terrible.
The only way I can do an Australian accent is by cursing.
Yeah, don't do that because I know what word specifically you need to use in order to do it. Australians love a particular cuss word, and it's one of the most disgusting ones.
Mm-hmm.
Shrimp on the babby. Okay, so let's talk about the draft board here.
Tommy really going hard right here. Tommy's team on 12 looks decent.
Yeah.
Gibson, Mixon, Godwin, Lockett, and
I was going to talk to you about the Tyler Lockett pick, though, in the 4th round.
I would have went.
So you went Tyler over not even Julio, but like Terry, Amari, CD Lamb. Personally, I wouldn't have taken Godwin or Lockett over those guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Pitt's in the 4th, so he's the 3rd. Well, if maths are correct, he's the 4th tight end off the board. I think I really am a big believer in Kyle Pitts. I just drafted him in a dynasty league, but I think in redraft, you're kind of drafting him at a ceiling there in the 4th round. I would have much rather gotten T.J. Hawkinson at the end of the 5th, Andrews at the end of the 5th. Rather than reaching for Pitts. If I'm going to grab Pitts in a redraft league, I'm going to at least wait until the 6th round, right? Otherwise, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to miss out this year. It's redraft. I don't have to worry about the future.
Yeah, I was going to say 7th or 8th. I think I would take Noah Fant, Mike Gesicki over Kyle Pitts personally. Mm-hmm. Maybe even a Dallas Goedert. But Goedert. But that's my preference. I'm not a huge believer. I am a believer of Kyle Pitts, just not year 1.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, again, love Pitts. I just drafted him in Dynasty, but I think we're potentially overvaluing him here. You don't know that for sure you're going to get return on that 4th round pick. And the 4th round pick is still a crucial part of your team.
Correct.
Going forward. Daniel, you accidentally went on auto pick. If you go to the Q section and you just click off auto pick, you'll be off that on the next round. I'm gonna go for some upside here. And while I love Chase, it wouldn't surprise me if this guy finished as the best wide receiver due to volume he's gonna see out of the rookie class this year. And that's Devonta Smith. Just want to get some more depth in that wide receiver room. I know Juju's there. I know OBJ's there. I know Sutton's there. Mm-hmm. I just think that personally Devonta Smith probably has the highest upside of any of those players. Getting him in the 7th would have been more comfortable, but I'm still happy with it.
Yeah, I actually don't mind it. The guy that I wanted to take at the 7th pick is off the board here, which is a bit frustrating.
So Daniel said he thinks he would have done Edmonds anyway. Edmonds is such a hard guy to analyze going into this year, because as much as they say, yeah, we believe in Chase Edmonds, like when he's had a chance, and it's been very slim, to be the lead back, he's not produced very well.
Right.
And if you really believed in him, is James Conner irrelevant, or is James Conner going to take all the goal line touches? So it's super hard to... I mean, technically they walk the walk, right? They talk the talk. They said, we believe in Edmonds, and then they didn't draft a running back, which we all thought they would. But just worries me. I just don't think he's a guy that can carry a full workload. So this is interesting. It's something I've been talking about, actually. I want to talk about this. Team 1. So he goes Etienne and then James Robinson, which I actually like the strategy.
Well, that's what I was hoping that we would do.
James Robinson?
Take Etienne.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I wanted you to take Etienne there, and then I would have been okay taking James Robinson at this Devonta Smith pick, and then coming around with another wide receiver.
Well, I wish you did a lot of things differently as well. So
I mean,
here's what I'll admit. We should have not done Waller in the 2nd, but I didn't trust you to take a tight end in the 3rd. So I created the distrust.
I would have taken the tight end.
And then you continued the distrust.
I would have taken the tight end knowing that you want a tight end. You want to solidify.
You would have done that
position.
for me?
I actually would have.
Wow.
That's doesn't trust me.
I need to trust more, bro. What happened to the trust? Hey, thanks guys for watching. Drop a like if you haven't. Let's see if we can hit 20 likes on this video. We hit 20 likes easy on Dynasty for whatever reason when we do a Dynasty video. Redraft, we struggle to get 20, so it'd be awesome if we could somehow hit 20 likes on this. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And link in the description. You have 40 seconds to make a pick here for us, Badaki.
I don't know if you're going to like this pick, though.
It's a hard place to be in, but I think there's a clear answer.
I think there's depth here that we need to get. in our running back position.
Okay.
Is that the route you're
I
going?
don't want to make the pick for you, but
My personal opinion, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I had 2 thoughts. 3.
well, you have to figure those out in 15
Raheem,
seconds.
Ronald Jones, Damian Harris.
Okay.
I might go Ronald Jones because I like Ronald Jones personally.
Okay.
I know you're not hugely excited about
You're
that.
going to have to do it quick. Okay. So we take Ronald Jones. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone running back there. I would have just waited to see if Harris, Jones,
I don't think
Mostert, Sermon, like if any of those guys fell to us, even Gus Edwards, I would have been happy with. I personally would have taken one of these wide receivers because I feel like it's a different tier, you know, like Sutton's there, Claypool's there, even Tyler Boyd's reliable, you know. So
well, I think
that was my
Boyd,
mindset.
I think
it was like
Tyler
it's
Boyd,
a different tier.
I think the way, I don't know how it's gonna pan out now because we're talking about it, but I think Tyler Boyd would have fell to us in the 9th potentially. Corners can see Claypool, Corners Sutton. Maybe Jerry's gonna go. Maybe a Fuller, a Landry, potentially a Debo over him. But there is one more guy that I see, and I think you can take.
Yeah.
Coming around.
But let's just keep that to ourselves. Because we just keep telling people, and then every time we say something, those players go off the board.
Yeah.
But as if like these people are smart, they've been listening to us. They're not even smart because of us. All right. So Daniel says Pitts is my rookie risk that high. Ryan's new big body. Yep. I have in redrafts, I have Pitts ranked as my 5th tight end. So I agree. I'm definitely in on Pitts this year. In Dynasty, he's my number 1 tight end. I took him at 3.1. Other people would say it's stupid. I would say it's gonna pan out really well for me really quickly.
No, I mean,
but again, it's all about getting value based off of where you select someone.
Exactly.
So I feel like Pitts would have been available in the 5th, even if you waited one more round. But still, I don't think you're getting the proper value because you could have gotten, CeeDee Lamb there. Well, you've already got great wide receivers, but you could have even gotten like a running back. Anyway, it's just a thought process, but we all think differently. Edmonds and PPR has always done well for me, but yeah, goal line touches his risk for sure.
Yeah.
Daniel says, I feel like Robinson and Etienne will both be low in RB2s in redraft, so I don't love stacking them. Only way one of them is fantasy relevant if one gets hurt. I'm in a different mindset there, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, Badaki, but I personally feel like Etienne's going to be much more valuable than people think he is. Out of James Robinson and Travis Etienne, who's going to get the most passing work out of the running backs?
Definitely Etienne.
100% Etienne, one of the best catching backs. Super electric. He already has the connection with the current quarterback there. Personally, I feel like Etienne's going to carry a lot of value in his first year. I think that James Robinson, he didn't really... If they love James Robinson, guys, and we all love James Robinson because we saw him. He was amazing, right?
Yeah,
amazing.
You were buzzing on James.
How could he do all this with this terrible team? But if they were in love with him, they would not have taken Travis Etienne in the first round. You don't spend a first-round pick on a guy if you're not obsessed with the guy that you already have.
Correct.
I think Robinson is a great back. Super hard to trade running backs in the league, so I don't think he gets traded. But I feel like we're going to see Etienne carve out a very special role for himself, which will include a lot of passing work.
Correct. I think that's what the talk is. They're talking about lining Etienne up on the outside. And maybe him playing in a wide receiver role to where James Robinson can be in the backfield. But I personally think Etienne is going to be the guy long run. I think James Robinson is going to be more of a goal line back with the utilization of him this year.
That's the thing, though. Etienne's super effective goal line back as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think it's a win-win. It's just one of these guys.
Here's the thing as well, right? Sorry to interrupt, but this whole 2 running back sets is starting to work out really well in the NFL. Get 2 running backs that are valuable. The Browns are obviously the best example. But if you can replicate that in an offense, it takes a lot of pressure off of your rookie quarterback. And I don't know. I feel like that's why I'm not worried about Josh Jacobs. A lot of people want to try these 2 RB sets.
Correct.
Especially if they don't have a superstar quarterback. Derrick Henry is not a quarterback. Derek Carr is not a superstar quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is just a rookie, so it's a good way to give some help to your team. I really love Tommy's team here at the 112. Gibson, Mixon, Sermon. Wide receivers are Godwin, Lockett, Ayuk, Robbie Anderson. Could you imagine that team if he had CeeDee Lamb instead of Lockett?
I was hoping that Robbie was going to fall to us there on the turn.
Yeah.
That was the guy that was.
But still, like, Tommy's team is amazing right now. You got the upside in Trey Sermon in the 8th. I still think Robbie's a great pick.
Yep.
If you had CD, this would be an A+ so far. It's like an A right now, but we're going to give out draft grades at the very end, so don't stress. Jacob, if you're listening, you're on auto pick. All right, so we see Gesicki go in the 8th. Here's the deal with tight ends for me. If I don't get Waller, Kelsey, or Kittle in the first 3, I'm waiting to the 5th to try and get Andrews or Hawkinson. And if I don't get one of those guys, I'm going to wait and try and find a sleeper. Completely punt a position.
I mean, I think for me, I'm going up until the 8th round. Like who's the last guy? See, Gesicki would be the last guy off the board. So if I was in that position, I'll be happy to have Mike Gesicki because I think he's in my top 10 in tight ends. So I love the value there. You're on the clock here, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to change the clock to 30 seconds. Just so this video isn't like insanely long. I know people got things they want to do with their day. So we changed the clock to 30 seconds. I'm going to resume it now. Okay, so let's have a look at the running backs that are here because this will be interesting. So Kenyon Drake's there. You're right. Like none of the valuable guys are really on the board left. Now I look at wide receivers. I'm in 2 mindsets here.
There's a guy we're going to talk about today that I think maybe you don't take here, but we can take in the 9th or 10th round.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a little bit more security, and I'm going to just grab a Tyler Boyd here. I know he's going to get a good amount of targets. If it wasn't Boyd, it would have been Curtis Samuel because I think Samuel's going to be used pretty well, but I do have Boyd higher in my rankings. Is that who you wanted me to take?
Yeah, I'm happy with Boyd. I think I'm
just like a really great depth piece on your team, right?
Yeah.
Like Boyd is just a guy I feel like you could rely on. I think he's the 3rd wide receiver in that offense. You think he's the 2nd. Regardless, he's still going to carry value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that for us. Sheesh, just makes it hard on the turn here. Who do I take? A running back or a wide receiver?
So we see 2 Washington football team players off the board back to back, Samuel and Thomas. Just quickly while we're waiting for this turn, if you guys could drop a like, that would mean a ton. We're going to try and hit 20 likes on this live stream. We're already at 18, which is crazy. We never get that many likes on a redraft video, so that's awesome. Drop a like if you don't mind, and then subscribe if you like the content. Go ahead and subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. And then also want to let you know that you can join leagues with us. Okay, there's a pinned comment from our accounts with a Patreon link. Check it out. There's a link there where you can actually play with us in redraft or dynasty leagues. Tons of options to play.
Really excited about that one.
Dynasty is going to be limited, so don't miss out. You know, there will be a limited amount of players that can be in dynasty. We want to make sure the league is still good and we can keep up with it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all about longevity. There goes Chenault there. Yeah, we're just really excited about redrafts and dynasty leagues coming into the 2021 season. I'm on the clock here, 30 seconds. Sheesh. I'm going to take a risk here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the guy where you passed up in, maybe not. I don't know if that's worth it, though. I'm thinking about Bateman right here.
The wheels are turning.
Bateman or Pittman?
Up to you. You got 10 seconds.
I'm going to go Bateman.
Okay. I like the pick.
Because, like I said, one of the guys that we're going to talk about today for the podcast, I hope he's going to fall to the 10th. And if he does, then I'm excited with our running back depth.
Oh, yeah. I'm on with you.
Hopefully, no one picks up on that. But
yeah, we haven't released that podcast yet, so.
It's a mental thing. Get out my head.
Daniel says Etienne's going to be the RB1. Etienne Robinson have the potential to be like Kamara and Ingram. Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
That's definitely a really good comparison, actually. Yeah, very, very similar. Damn. Yeah, I was going to choose Pittman, but I chose Fuller. Will Fuller. Where was Will Fuller drafted here?
He just drafted right before us.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I like Fuller. I'm just not sold on Tua personally. Should we talk about the 5 interceptions in one practice yesterday?
If
A lot of people were slightly upset about it, that we posted about it, but it is news. It's something that you need to know. A lot of Dolphins fans on our Instagram, and they were not thrilled that we highlighted that.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a monsoon, and that was left out of the reports.
It's a mental thing there for Tua as well. Look, I think I'll be honest with you because I told this to Noah when we were talking to him. I'm low key hype on the Dolphins.
Okay. Explain.
I just think they're extremely talented as a team. I think. Excuse me.
Well, they won 10 games last year, and they're gonna be better. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be hard, though, because Tua is coming into year 2 with a new offensive coordinator, a new playbook. It's going to be hard for him to adjust because there was reports about him coming out saying, I was still getting used to the playbook midway through the year. He wasn't ready.
Which, by the way, I just don't feel like you say that publicly.
And 2 is like, well, what do you mean you weren't ready? You had all offseason to get ready. You had everything that you needed to get prepared. And you
imagine I got a new job, right? Imagine I got a job and my job was to sell fishing equipment, right? And I go to my job that year and I'm just shit at it. I'm terrible at my job. Sorry. And then I go to my employer the year after. I'm like, I'm sorry, I actually didn't research anything about this fishing equipment. So when people ask me questions about it, I just didn't know it.
You know.
Like, I don't know, dude. You were a top 6 draft pick in the NFL, and you're telling me you didn't know the playbook?
Yeah, and I think
that's highly suspect.
That's the thing that I'm worried about. So if this playbook is easier and catered to him, because I think this playbook was more catered to Ryan Fitzpatrick, coming into the year, I think it will be.
Here's what I'll say. Let me save this slander because we don't mean to slander Tua. Okay, it's really hard not to sometimes, but we don't mean to. I think we both can agree. In college, Tua showed that he was a very accurate quarterback. And we had a conversation with someone in our DMs recently about this. They said, can Tua actually recover in the league? And we said, yes, he can recover. It's not accuracy, in my opinion. It's confidence. He's lost his confidence. I said this all last year when they started going between, Fitzpatrick's a guy, Tua's a guy, put him in. Let the guy make mistakes. And unfortunately, you did hurt his confidence, I think. So, in my opinion, I think it's a confidence thing. It's not so much a mechanics thing. Yeah. Well, damn it, Zach Moss is off the board.
Zach Moss is off the board. That's unfortunate.
So we are going to have the pivot here. Pivot.
What do we do here now?
A lot of people are saying the Tua thing happened during a monsoon. Yeah. Again. Tommy's talking about the Pats. Of course he is. Okay, I'm on the board. Go ahead and talk to people while I make a decision for us.
I wanted to talk through it with you. I personally don't mind. Yeah.
Okay.
You're kidding me.
I literally just whispered in your ear, we'll take Gus Edwards next. And
bruh,
the running back room is disgusting.
Well, this is the other guy I was going to say. Look at my screen.
have to make a decision, and I have to do it quickly.
Okay, sure.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sure.
Darnell Mooney, a guy that I think we both think is very talented. I'm hoping Justin Fields gets in earlier than has been reported. There's just no running backs there that I'm really excited about taking.
Well, I'm actually, maybe we should talk about this because we haven't spoken about it. When it does come around, I'm going to take this guy. It probably is going to be super early, but I think it's worth having a conversation.
Okay, who is it?
Well, we have to wait because
okay. What's up, Lakers? Washington football team. That's what that means, I'm sure. Lakers and Washington football team. What's up, my G? Washington football team. Put some respect on the name. NFC East champs.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I just want it back. I just want a real name so I can back up with.
Everyone wanted Gus. I was sniped on Moss and Dylan. Yeah, honestly, I thought we were going to get one of those three, Zach Moss, Edwards, or Dylan, and we just didn't. So it is what it is. Hey, we're like almost at 20 likes, which is cool.
Oh, boy.
Which is cool for redraft. That never happens for us. So drop a like if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Team 1's killing it right now. Just absolutely slaying. I don't like the Irv Smith pick. You can actually watch why I don't like him. There's a YouTube video specifically about it on our page. It's the Titans we're going to avoid.
Correct.
Video, but I just don't see a breakout for Irv Smith this year personally. Someone just got auto-picked. That's unlucky. Gosh. So Hines was the only other guy I was even like thinking about.
That's who I was gonna take.
So we have to pivot again here, dude.
I mean,
this is just genuine. It's just shit on the board right now. I'm sorry for my language. There's just no value.
I mean, the only guy I can think of that could potentially have value is Jamal Williams. Potentially,
you got to make a decision quick.
I mean, I don't like it, but we're gonna go Jamal.
Yeah, that's so disgusting.
Maybe Tony Pollard. That could have been better.
But still, they're both so disgusting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Hines was the guy I was going to go for. I think that's what I want to talk about because obviously the Jonathan Taylor take.
Quickly, we hit 20 likes on a redraft video. That never happens. So thank you. Shout out to you guys. Subscribe if you like the content.
I have confidence that this is yay.
I have no idea what that button is.
We can't even hear it.
We can't even hear it. I have no idea what button you just pushed. It's going for a long time now.
Oh my gosh, hold on.
I don't know what that button was. What did it sound like? We should definitely have in-ears. Hey, nice job. Okay, so it was. Hey. Well done.
Funny.
What's going on right now?
Oh, it's the game. I have the game on still. That's funny.
Okay, so Pollard went next. Ingram, Gronk. We got someone on auto pick. If you guys if you can't finish the draft, just let us know. Like, not to be rude or anything. There's a lot of people who want to be in the mocks. So just let us know. You know, if you're like, hey, I actually can't finish this mock. It's okay. Like there's gonna be, we do these every week.
Yeah.
So just, there's a bunch of people who want to be in these. We want to make sure that, people can try their strategies with us. Because when you get someone on auto pick, it's just hard to really grade. And also it makes the draft board inaccurate.
Yeah, it
if really someone's on auto pick,
it really skews the whole thing.
You know what I will say? There is still so much talent on the board, just not at the running back position.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
Tommy said his team's looking good. Yep, wait for those draft grades at the end. We'll see what draft grade you get. See, this is beautiful. Tommy, you are actually killing it. I want to talk about, I didn't see Tom Brady go off the board. There's a video on our YouTube page. I know we keep saying this, but it explains everything we want to say even better. And the video is named These Players Could Win You Your League. They're league-winning players. And one of my guys was Tom Brady. Tom Brady is my quarterback 6 on the year. Okay? And you can get him super late. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He was the 12th quarterback off the board. My quarterback 6. I think there's no way. Personally, I don't think there's any way he doesn't get 50 touchdowns this year. I know it's bold, but he's getting 50 touchdowns this year.
It's really bold.
He's getting 50 touchdowns this year.
I don't think so.
Getting him in the 10th round, this team is amazing. Again, if it had CeeDee Lamb instead of Lockett, wow. But this is a really good team at
Tommy
12.
Actually killing it. I'm loving every person that you picked besides Tyler Lockett is really strong. We wanted Brandon Ayuk, or I love Brandon Ayuk. I wanted Robbie Anderson to come to us. You took Trey Sermons with the upside of him giving the opportunity coming into this year, hopefully getting that role mid-year. Ramondre Stevenson, obviously just going with pure upside. Hopefully he does get some sort of role.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson is incredible.
Someone saying 50. Interesting. Yeah, I will say it is explained much better on that video. Go to our profile. It's called Players That Will Win Your League. We posted it like 2 weeks ago.
We're on the clock, by the way.
We're on the clock, and I have to make a pick here.
Oh, I see somebody that I like. But it's up to you.
Is it a wide receiver?
It is a wide receiver. I actually have it right here. I don't know if you can see it. That's what I'm thinking.
Nah, I'm not about it. Sorry.
Well, I don't know who else you would take.
Well, I'll show you.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Auto pick.
Just grab another guy with some upside. Anyway, that video explains it much better. But yes, I do believe by the way, he put up 42 touchdowns this year, and he was still trying to like get into the routine with his brand new team. And in a COVID offseason, this dude has this is the best offensive weapons he's ever had. Ever. Right. Mm-hmm. Even in New England, he didn't have this many weapons, I don't think. He's going to put up 50 touchdowns. I think he's going to do it easily. Why don't you go look at his numbers second half of the year? Brady was insane as a fantasy quarterback. In the playoffs, he was the quarterback 2.
Playoffs?
Quarterback 2. Don't sleep on Tom Brady this year. My quarterback 6. I think he easily finishes as a top 6 quarterback. Cole Kmet goes off the board. That's another guy I've been talking about. I love that, like, the people we're talking about, people are taking. It's cool.
Yeah, just getting sniped.
Also makes it hard.
What's the point of us freaking drafting, honestly?
So you're making the last pick here.
I wanted Jonnu Smith. I was going to just take Jonnu Smith, just make my decision easier here.
I think there's a guy that we could grab that could be very valuable.
Honestly, don't know. So if you want to fill me in as the last pick here. I mean, okay, sure. Sure, we can take that.
What? Good job.
Yeah, I mean, sacrifices for my team. All right, let's do draft grades. Let's go from the top here.
All right. Let me just tell people in this
league that people probably weren't even watching that the whole time.
What?
I was like this the whole time. That must have been funny.
Oops. Okay.
What you know about Roland? Okay. I'll go from the
So quickly, just want to address a couple comments. I forgot 17 games of 50 is big. It is. I promise you. I can promise you he's going to finish as a top 6 quarterback, and I strongly believe that he will get at least 50 touchdowns.
Okay.
Brady better than Stafford. Yep. Well, he's the GOAT. What you know about rolling down in the deep? Please don't sing that song on this show. Okay, go ahead and start grading.
All right, from 17 with the 101, CMC, ET, and James Robinson, and Chuba Hubbard. I guess the running back depth does lack there, but you did lock in Travis and James Robinson. Calvin, Antonio, DJ Moore, OBJ, Elijah Moore, and St. Brown. I like your wide receiver depth there. You got Ryan Tannehill in the 8th, which I think is good value.
Great value.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Zach said, we're not huge fans of the Irv Smith selection, but Cole Kmet is a great pickup there as well as an upside player. B-, B flat potentially. I think it's decent. The running back room, like I said, is probably the weakest point.
Which is crazy because you got CMC, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
But you can definitely make trades later, You can do something crazy.
All right, let's do team 2. Our Nav, you've got Dalvin Cook, J.K. Dobbins, Michael Carter back, Kenneth Gainwell. Your wide receivers are Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, Laviska Shenault, Russell Gage. Your tight ends are Logan Thomas, Jared Cook. Quarterback is Aaron Rodgers and Joe Burrow. I like this team. There's no clear weaknesses. I think you have really good depth. I personally believe in Logan Thomas as a top 10 tight end, so I think it's good value. Badaki doesn't. That's okay. I like your running back room. Cook and Dobbins can carry you. I would have taken Swift over Dobbins. You'll find out why on tomorrow's podcast.
Wow.
But I would have taken Swift over Dobbins. But I still like this team. Your wide receiver room is strong. Chenault's a great value late.
100%. That's what I was hoping to get as well.
You've got Burrow and Rodgers, so in case anything goes sideways with Rodgers, still have Joe Burrow, who's a breakout candidate. I like this team. I mean, it's not like I'm scared about Cooper Kupp, so that pick doesn't blow me away.
Okay.
I'm going to have to give you a B+. I'm close to an A. But the issue, I just can't get to an A because I would have taken Swift over Dobbins. I wouldn't have taken Kupp there. Other than that, it's a great team.
Harry. Oh, my gosh, sorry. Derrick Henry, Swifty, Gaskin, Singletary, Naeem Hines. I think those are good, great value picks at late there. Naeem Hines, in my personal opinion. Singletary, who knows? But I think your first three running backs are great, in my opinion. Henry, Swift, Gaskin. I think I probably would have gone Alvin Kamara over Derrick Henry. But it is what it is. DK, Juju, Curtis Samuel, Will Fuller. Look, I'm not in love with your wide receivers. DK for sure. Juju, I think, is good value in the 7th potentially. Let me just see who I would have taken. I probably would have taken Robbie Anderson, maybe a Jerry Jeudy potentially over Juju. In my personal opinion, I'm not huge on Curtis Samuel, but I would have taken Laviska over Curtis Samuel, in my opinion, and Will Fuller. Man, I just don't know. I personally don't like it. And then Josh Allen and Deshaun Watson. I mean, that's crazy. If Deshaun Watson does play and you have 2 quarterbacks, that's kind of fun. But I doubt it. Noah Fant and Jonnu Smith. I love your tight ends there, in my personal opinion. Look, I'm going to give it a B-. I'm not a huge fan of your wide receiver depth.
Luke Rogers is doing a lot of accounting work for us right now in the chat. By the way, shout out to Luke signing up to Patreon. That means a lot to us. So what's your official grade? B-?
B-.
Okay. Let's grade our team together. So we ended up with Kamara, Hunt, Jones, Jamal Williams. We've got Kenny Golladay, Devonta Smith, Tyler Boyd, Bateman, Mooney, Marshall. I'm excited about that wide receiver group.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of potential there and a lot of safety. Tight ends, Darren Waller. Beautiful. And quarterbacks are Mahomes and Justin Fields.
I think it's obvious that our running back depth lacks there.
Yeah.
I wish you would have taken J.K. Dobbins or Swift over Darren Waller, but, I mean, that's where the trust falls.
Yeah, the trust fell apart, and I started the distrust, and then you continued the distrust.
By taking one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
We didn't need to take Patrick Mahomes in the 3rd round when we could have got Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert in the 5th. Or we could have gotten Ryan Tannehill in the 8th round, Tom Brady in the 10th.
Tom shit.
So you can tell we're in a good page right now.
I
don't like the team.
A+ for me.
No. This is let's be real though.
Yeah, look,
it's not a bad team.
It's a tradable team.
Because the first 3 players could carry us to wins every week.
Oh, 100%.
But I'm going to give it a B- because I don't like the running back depth, and I don't love that we don't have any like star wide receivers. B- fair? What would you say?
I would say B flat. I think the way I see it is we can definitely trade out. If we look at any other team, I also think of the possibility of trading out. So I can trade a Darren Waller, get a younger, a lower end tight end.
Okay.
And then get a higher tier running back, if that makes any sense. But we can go to the next guy here. JB.
That's me.
Go for it.
All right. We got Saquon, Clyde, Edwards, Pollard, Henderson. Henderson's low-key a value pick late. Lamb, Higgins, Claypool, Brandon Cooks, and AB. Your tight end is George Kittle. Your quarterbacks are Lamar and Kirk Cousins. I like this team. Great quarterback room. Running back room is good, but it falls off. But I think Henderson will have enough of a role to be kind of a fill-in. Henderson and Edwards will have enough roles to kind of fill in a little bit for you. You got great tight end. You didn't have to reach for him like we did. That's a good team. The issue is obviously your wide receiver room. If Lamb takes off like people think he will, then you're set. I'm gonna give it a B+ just because I like it, but there's other than like Kittle, Edwards, Barkley, Jackson, I'm not super afraid of some of these guys.
Okay. All right, D Page here. Chubby. Chase Edmonds and A.J. Dillon, I think, is weak on the running back position. D-Hop, Keenan Allen, Cortland Sutherland, Jarvis Landry, Michael Pittman, and Marvin Jones. I like a wide receiver room. D-Hop, Keenan Allen, crazy. Kyle Pitts in the 4th, good value. And then as a backup, Evan Ingram in the 11th round. I think that's nice. That's decent. That's kind of.
Spit it out.
Today,
Junior.
I was gonna say kind of cute, but nah. Kyler Murray and then Baker Mayfield. Interesting. I would have me personally, I'm not a huge fan of Kyler Murray, but he's still a good pick. So I think overall this team, I think it's a B.
Yeah.
B flat.
Mm.
I like it.
I think like the
Just a
first three
running back
picks,
room.
the first 3 picks plus Kyler, I think are foundational. Again, it's just the Pitts is a little too early. Okay, Jacob, this is auto pick. So should we do this one? Yeah, let's just do it quickly. I'm going to give a very quick grade. Zeke, Harris, Carson, Gordon, Fournette, Gurley, Michael Thomas. You have 3 wide receivers. This is obviously auto picked. You have no wide receivers other than Michael Thomas. DJ Chark's questionable. 2 quarterbacks. This is a C minus. Obviously, this was an auto draft.
Okay. Garrett, JT, Miles Sanders, Raheem, the Mostert, and Zach Moss. We love Zach Moss. We're going to do a piece on him right after this live. Stay tuned for that. We're really excited about Zach Moss, at least in my personal opinion. I think we can say you're excited.
I can't say I'm excited.
Okay.
And I will explain on the podcast
Okay,
you'll be able to hear this podcast in like the next 4 hours.
Right.
And it'll be on YouTube in the next day. But
Okay.
I'm not excited about Zach Moss, but I still think it's good value there.
Okay.
I know that's hard to explain.
Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Alan Thielen, Marquise Hollywood, Brown, Devontae Parker, and Mike Williams. I think these are all great wide receivers, all guys that can contribute to your team. Marquise is a low-key guy. And Mike Williams is low-key, has an opportunity to do something this year. Russell Wilson, Trey Lance, and then Mike Gesicki. I love this team.
Okay.
I really like this team. I think I'm going to give this one an A for Garrett. With the Zach Moss late value pick, Marquise having value there in my personal, from pick 9 down, all has low-key upside value.
Yeah, I like the Mike Williams pick. Okay. Team 9, King Adams. You always start Devontae Adams. I just can't get Adams in the first, personally. I don't think Rodgers is going to be there. So your wide receivers are Adams, Cooper, Deontay, Waddle, Corey Davis, Henry Huggs. Your running backs are Jacobs, Javonte, Williams, Damian Harris, Marlon Mack, decent room. Your tight end is obviously Kelsey, best in the game, and Freiermuth. Your quarterback is Stafford. So you're betting on quarterback. You're betting on a late round quarterback there in Stafford. Looking at the quarterbacks that were available, it's probably the right move. Yes, it is. I like the team. Obviously, your running back room is by far your weakest position. Jacobs, Javonte, you're betting on him to hit year 1. I think he's going to be an amazing running back in this league. I just don't know when he's going to take over that role. I like Harris. It would be an A team for me if it wasn't the running back room. The running back room is a little bit weak. Okay. So I'm going to have to go a flat B here, a flat B.
B flat. OJ splashing. Cam Akers, Monty, Mao, Mike Davis, Kenyon Drake, and Javion Hawkins. I think it's good that you can solidify both the backfield at Atlanta, just in case Mike Davis does go down. You do have his handcuff. I love the first 2 picks in Cam Akers and Monty, in my personal opinion. Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, Michael Gallup, Cole Beasley.
Not Colt.
Michael Gallup, I'm not a huge fan with him. I think I would have taken a Darnell Mooney. I would have taken, an Elijah Moore. That's actually going the other way, potentially. So there's not that many people that you potentially. I would take St. Brown over Michael Gallup, in my personal opinion. And then Jalen Hurts in the 8th round. You took Jalen Hurts over Trevor Lawrence, over Tom Brady, which is Zach's top 5 tight end or quarterback, over Joe Burrow. I think I would have taken all those guys over Jalen Hurts, in my personal opinion. But maybe you like his upside with his legs. Yep. This is a B flat as well.
Okay.
I don't like the quarterback. I don't like the depth in wide receiver.
I like that he got him so late. I think that's great value that late. But
great value with the people still on the board?
I would have taken Brady over him. Yeah, so probably not. But anyway.
Well, I'm just asking.
No, official draft grade?
B.
Okay.
Just a B. I think that's pretty fair.
We're going to leave like 5 minutes for a Q&A at the end of this. So if you guys want to ask any questions, drop them now. We'll get to them. Team 11, Eckler, Jones, DJ, David Johnson, JD McKissick, Wide receivers are Mike Evans, Julito Jones, Bobby Trees, Jerry Jeudy, Rondale Moore, Aguilar. You got a great wide receiver room there.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott in the 6th round is amazing. He's got a chance to finish as the best quarterback. Goddard and Tonyan. Don't love Tonyan, but love the Goddard pick. I like this team. I think, obviously, Eckler and Jones can carry you, but I don't love David Johnson or J.D. McKissick. But how late you got them is still good value. I like the upside of Rondale Moore there. I like Jerry Jeudy year 2. This is a good team. I'm actually going to give this an A- team. Okay. Because I still think there's upside at every position. Like Dak could still finish as a top 3 quarterback, and you got him that late. Great wide receiver core. Tight end's the weakest spot, right? So, yeah.
Okay, Tommy. Antonio Gibson, Joe Mixon, Trey Sermon, James Conner, Ramondre Stevenson. I think the weakest guy in this room, in our opinion, probably would be James Conner.
Mm-hmm.
I would have taken a David Johnson, a Zach Moss, a Gus Edwards, a Gainwell maybe over James Conner, but maybe you love the upside. Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett. I think we said if you would have taken anyone over Tyler Lockett, the CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, a Terry, or even a Julio, it would have just elevated your team to the next level. Brandon Ayuk and Robbie Anderson, great picks. TJ Hawkinson and Adam Troutman, the good old Big Trout, coming in for you. Tom Brady in the 10th that Zach loves, and then Carson Wentz. This team is good. I think even with Tyler Lockett, it's still a bit early. There's still upside with Tyler Lockett. I mean, I personally give this team an A, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great team.
I think this is your best draft here, Tommy, in my opinion.
I think if Lockett was CD,
that's scary.
It's like
PPR
it could be close to an A+.
The first A+ we ever given?
Yeah, it would be pretty close.
Yeah, well, you were right there, Tommy.
Yeah.
Oi, Luke. If you like J.K. Dobbins, bro, hit me up.
Okay, so we got a question in the chat. We're going to leave 5 minutes for Q&A if you can bring our faces back. Dynasty 4th round, would you take Zeke or Swift? I'm going Swift. What are you doing?
Dynasty 4th round, would you take Zeke or Swift?
Younger player.
Man,
hasn't been on his second contract yet.
I would have to say, I don't have my rankings in front of me. Unfortunately, the computer that I have in front of me is extremely slow. I would say that my rankings tell me to go Zeke.
Okay.
I think getting Zeke in the 4th is great value. He's still young. I do believe they probably extend his contract when the time does come.
No way.
When's his contract?
Zeke's not going to get another contract. He's already got that.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, but he's already like overpaid, I think. For the production he showed. I don't know. I think it's like
I think
years,
if you want Swift,
I would go Swift. Younger guy. I think he's guaranteed to get a second contract. He's by far like a better pass catching
he's
back.
Until 2026. So I think that's great.
Yeah. I don't feel like Zeke is still let me look at this contract. I could be very wrong.
That's where Swift's rookie contract will end.
Yeah, but I believe he is talented enough to get a second contract.
With the Lions or just with any team?
Holy shit. This is a massive contract for Zeke.
Yeah, bro. See, like
they have him signed until he's 31. Here's the issue though. What we don't realize is there's an out in 2023, which is 2 years. He'll be 27 by then. Do you think they really want to pay him that much money by the time he's 28? When he's 31, he's going to be earning $16 million, but they could cut him and wouldn't hurt their dead cap at all.
I think he stays until Dak Prescott is like officially done. Or
there's no way they're keeping him for this entire contract. He will be 31 by the time that he finishes. There's just no way. He's already lost a little bit of his burst. I mean, I think he could be there until he's 29, but after that, it doesn't cost him anything to cut him, and it would cost him $15 million to keep him. So,
how old is? Hold on, let me just look at Swift. I personally, Swift is. Gosh, this is so.
Here's the thing, like we've said all along, rankings, we use them as a guide, but we trust our gut when it's a split decision. So if it's a split decision for me, I think Swift is a more talented running back right now. I know people wouldn't agree, I think he's a more talented running back. I think he's going to be a more focal part of his offense. He's a better pass catching back. So personally, I'm going to go Swift over a guy like Zeke. I feel like he's lost a little bit, man. If you watch tape of last year, Pollard was the better running back. I really feel like Pollard was a better running back last year.
I think you're right in that aspect. I think my only counter would be he's on a better offense.
He is.
I think he has a better quarterback. He has more opportunity. Yeah, he has lost his burst. He's still
birth. He's given birth.
I think he's still talented. Am I excited to take Zeke there or Swift? No, but I think I will go Zeke, knowing what he can do. Swift does have the pass catching ability, but so does Zeke. I think I'll go Zeke and hopefully sell him. Maybe
that's the thing. You're not selling Zeke, bro. Unless there's a win now team in Dynasty, you cannot sell Zeke.
I don't think you can sell Swift when the time comes.
I think after this year, you'll be able to sell him pretty easily. He's going to be good this year.
I think he's going to be good this year as well.
Younger guy, better pass catching back. It's PPR. I'm going Swifty. Get Swifty. But I don't think there's a wrong answer because they are back-to-back in my rankings. So there's not a wrong answer.
Yeah, there's not a wrong answer.
Well, who's winning the Sixers game right now?
I'm trying to look at the score here, but
I think it's halftime. I think it's just coming back from halftime.
Oh, really?
Any questions? We're about to end the stream here.
You trust the Lions? Ooh, do you trust the Lions? See, I don't trust the Lions. But that's the whole. Are we doing Swift today? Or are we done?
We're literally about to make a podcast about DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Zach Moss.
Okay.
Year 2 running backs, tier 2 of those year 2 running backs.
Look,
there's going to be a bunch of YouTube videos this week that you can watch about all those players, and the podcast will release in the next 4 hours or the next day.
Yeah.
You'll be able to listen to all of our thoughts on those kind of tier 2, year 2 guys.
Yeah. And look, JW, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, brother, because those videos will be coming out in the next couple of days. We're going to record that podcast, and then that either Swift or Clyde video will be the first ones to come out in the next, either tonight or tomorrow.
Do I trust the Lions? No. But I trust in his talent. I think sometimes like talent outshines a team's incompetence. And I think this is one of those times.
What's going to be crazy is that I think I'm going to be...
Also, think about it. Sorry to interrupt. But who is the most talented player on their offense?
Jared Goff, clearly.
Shut up. Shut the hell up. We need to end the stream.
TJ Hawkinson. I mean, you can.
No, the most talented player on their offense is DeAndre Swift. It's not a question.
NFL-wise, Zeke top 10.
Yeah. Is Zeke a top 10 running back? Just like not fantasy-wise? Let's see. Who would I put Zeke over? I would say CMC, Derrick Henry, if we're going to say right now. CMC, Derrick Henry. Dalvin Cook. Alvin.
Chubb, maybe.
Saquon's got to be in there over Zeke, I think.
Maybe. I think that's where Zeke can come in, really.
Because I would say probably I would rather have Gibson on my team if I was an NFL franchise. I would rather have Gibson right now.
Okay. How many is that?
That would make him the 8th running back. 8. What about Jonathan Taylor? I feel like I would rather have JT than Zeke right now in their careers. Like right now, this year, I would rather have Jonathan Taylor. You are too low on him. Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones, and this is not what a lot of people think, but I think he's more a product of his environment. I think he's talented. I just think he's top 15 talented, not top 10.
But that wouldn't make sense because you were saying that Aaron Jones will flourish any other offense that he would.
Yeah, he would have. But now, like, if he went to Miami, that's a competent offense. I don't know who Jordan Love is. Well, that's a completely different conversation.
I'll take him over Zeke.
I think Zeke does fall into the top 10.
The touches and still so good. Yeah, I think he does just slip. I think he might be 11, 12. If I really had to sit down and write it down, I think he'll be right outside 11, 12.
I don't know that I can. I think I have to put him in the top 10 if we're talking right now. But, if I'm looking at my future, there's a lot of guys I'd rather have over Zeke long term. So if we're saying, hey, do you want a guy for the next 10 years? well, that's unrealistic for running backs. 5 years, Zeke's not in my top 10.
Okay.
But right now, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Drop a like. Somehow we hit 24 likes on this redraft video. That never happened. So big love.
That as well. What else? On patreon.com/fantasylandfan. Best way to support the show. If you want to join and play with us in a fantasy football league, you can check that out on Patreon right now. Patreon.com/fantasylandfan. We're doing redrafts and dynasty leagues. So check that out. If you have any questions, please let us know. We just got a new subscriber. I would love to know who that is. I can't see who the new subscriber is. If you subscribe, thank you so much. I heard the notification, just couldn't see it.
I was waiting for it to pop up. Oh, thank you, whoever did subscribe.
But yes, obviously shout out to you. If you have any questions about our Patreon in the dynasty and redraft leagues, please send us a message.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Let you know when there will be a deadline for these leagues, right? We have to draft at some point. So there will be a deadline. DM us with any questions. Yeah, this was fun. Where's Blaze? Is she easily accessible?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I'll have to show her later.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All love.
All love. This is the awkward part where we're just waiting for you to actually end the stream.
Okay, bye.
We're like, oh, okay. Hey, guys.